This roulette system has a jackpot of over $1,100. But is this system flat as a pancake or does it get the BBL treatment? Let's check out Emmy's backside together today on JackAce. What up donkeys, JackAce here with JackAce.com, and today I'm checking out a new original roulette system. This one was submitted by subscriber Christian GCX and it's called Emmy's Backside. And you're gonna like this one because even if you're on a bad losing streak, there's a potential to come out ahead $1,000 with a single spin. Emmy's Backside is a fadeaway Hail Mary system where you keep increasing your bet hoping for a giant payout. The suggested buy-in for Emmy's Backside is just $3.20 and the starting bet is just $10. To bet Emmy's Backside, you start out with a $10 corner bet. We're gonna bet $10 on the 16 to 20 corner. And Emmy's Backside is a negative progression system, so we're gonna increase our bet when we lose. So if we get whacked on tier 1, we're gonna add another $10 corner bet that overlaps with the first. We're gonna bet $10 on the 17 to 21 corner. If that misses, we're gonna add $10 to the 17-20 split. And if that misses, we're gonna add $20 to the 16-21 double street. And if that misses for tier 5, we're gonna change all the bets to $20 for an $80 bet. And if that misses, our final bet is 30-30-30 with a $40 double street. And hitting the jackpot on this tier means you can win $11.90. So that means you have 6 chances to try to hit a jackpot. So let's get into it. We're starting with a 7.91 million balance and we're playing on a 00 wheel. 13, that's a whack, minus 10. This system is a negative progression system, so you go to the next step when you lose and you reset to tier 1 when you win. And this is a hit and run system with 6 chances to hit a jackpot. This system is similar to last time we win Vegas, except this one has a smaller target and more chances to win. 27, another whack, minus 20. Now we're gonna bet 10, 10, and 10. So how much can you win? On tier 1, you'll walk away up 80 if you hit. On tier 2, you'll win $70 on the outside and $160 for the overlapping bets. Tier 3, you win $60 for the mini and $330 for the 2 G spots. 24, that's a whack, minus 30. We have 3 more bullets. Gonna bet 10, 10, 10, and 20 on the double street. Tier 4, you win 160 and 430. Tier 5, you win 220 and 760. And for the top tier bet, you win 380 and 1190. And if you score the 1190 jackpot, you'll be ahead exactly $1,000 from when you started. 23, we just missed. Gonna bet 20, 20, 20, and 20. Since this is a hit and run system, you just wanna make your 6 bets and leave. If you hit your goal before that, you can walk. When do you walk? We're gonna walk when we're up 140 or more. With a $10 starting bet, you have an expected loss of 27 cents on single zero and 53 cents on a 00 wheel. 31, another whack. And we go to our final tier. Gonna bet 30, 30, 30, and 40 on the double street. For Emmy's Backside, the wheel coverage is 10.8% for tier 1 and 16.2% for all the other tiers on single zero. And for 00, the wheel coverage percentages are 10.5% for tier 1 and 15.8% for all the other tiers. 35, that's a whack, and we got clapped. We went 0 for 6 on this trial, but let's try this again on trial number 2. If you enjoy discussing gambling systems, join my Discord. We have a pretty active community of around 700 DGens like you. We love talking about gambling, so join today. We're gonna start with a $10 bet on the corner. Whacks, for the first tier, you have 33 whacks on a single zero wheel and 34 whacks on a 00 wheel. Whack, so yeah, not a good start to this system. We're gonna go 10 and 10 on the 2 corner bets with a little overlap on 17 and 20. For all the other tiers, you have 31 and 32 whacks. For comps, don't bother with comps, really. We're most likely here for 6 spins max. So 18, that's a hit, we win 70. We're currently up 60 in this trial. You could choose to stop here, but we're gonna reset and try to win something bigger for this trial. Pros, what are the pros for this system? This is a good or even a great hit and run system. The most you're risking is 320 and you have the potential to win up to $1,000. We're gonna reset to step 1. And since you're not churning bets for hours, the house edge won't make much of a difference here. So 6, that's a whack. Still up 50 for this trial. Gonna bet 10 and 10 on the 2 corners. 32, that's a whack. Minus 20, we're still up 30 for this friend for this trial. Gonna bet 10, 10, and 10. What are the cons? If you plan on being in Vegas for a week, you won't really be able to use this system every day. This is one of those systems that's better to use when you're waiting for your dinner reservation and they tell you your table's ready, so you have to leave soon. 2, that's a whack. We are even for this trial and we're gonna bet 50. If you'd like me to review your roulette system, fill out this Google form. And if you'd like me to fast track the review of your system, join my Patreon. Patreon members get access to spreadsheets that I've written for gambling, a crap simulator spreadsheet, and a roulette simulator spreadsheet I've written for gambling. And I think I'm gonna make my spin tracking spreadsheet available for Patreon members as well. You also get discounts at my JackAce merch store. And in general, it just helps support the channel. 10, 10, 10, and 20 on the double street. Alternate bets. There really aren't any improved bets you can make here. Most of the bets are optimized. You can simplify things here and just bet on the double street. 12, that's a whack. We lose 50 there. And we're gonna bet 20 on the 4 bets. But then you'd be missing out on a lot of the jackpot goodness. There is a degen version of the system where you just make a single bet of $80 on all 4 bets. That's a single $320 single shot bet. With that version, you can win over $3,000 if you hit the bingo. Okay, so 21, that's a small win. We win 220 and we're up 170 for this trial. That is past our winning threshold, so we're gonna consider this one a success. If you like learning about roulette systems, go to my site, jackace.com. There I have a catalog of over 550 roulette systems. You can sort them by my rating, by the average bet size, by the buy-in, drill down to see spin-by-spin results. And you can also check out a tool I've written called the Roulette Bet Analyzer. There you can enter your roulette bets. It'll show you how much you're gonna win for every result, what your expected loss per spin is, what your expected comp value per spin is, and what percent coverage of the wheel you have. And we're gonna start over with trial number 3. And Christian wrote a whole backstory about Emmy's backside. So I thought I'd share this story with my 30,000 subscribers. 3, that's a whack, minus 10. So here it is. It was an ordinary afternoon and I was relaxing at home, scrolling through my phone. Suddenly I received a message from Emmy. We had been talking for a while and I felt like our connection was growing stronger, but I never imagined what was about to come my way. 24 whack, minus 20. When I opened the message, I was stunned. Emmy had sent me a photo of her backside. My mind went blank for a moment. Surprise and disbelief washed over me. What should I do? It was a delicate moment and I didn't want to seem rude or uninterested. We're gonna bet 10, 10, and 10. Finally, I managed to articulate a few words. Trying to sound casual, I typed, "Hey, thanks for your trust. You can be sure with me." Although I knew it was a somewhat unusual response, it was the best I could come up with at that moment. 34 whack, minus 30, 3 bullets left. I wanted her to know that I appreciated her openness, but I also wanted to strike a balance between being serious and not making her uncomfortable. I'm gonna bet 10, 10, 10, and 20 on the double street. Emmy replied with a cheeky emoji, which broke the ice. The conversation continued, filled with laughter and a sense of complicity. However, deep down, I couldn't shake the thought of how unexpected the situation had been. I felt like she had thrown me into a new chapter of our relationship, and I was just trying to find my footing amid the surprise. 23 whack. From that day on, our dynamic changed a bit. The trust that had emerged between us became more tangible. I'm gonna bet 20, 20, 20, and 20. But in my mind, I would always remember the anecdote of that message that took me by surprise and how, despite my initial confusion, I managed to respond in a way that kept the door open for more conversations. 2, that's a whack. Down to our final bullet. That afternoon became a funny memory to share with my friends. A story that reminded me that sometimes the unexpected can lead to surprising moments and deeper connections. And if you want to submit your own roulette system for me to review, remember to use this Google form. And the odds of me reviewing your system go way up if you include a heartfelt story like this one. 20, that's a bingo, that's a jackpot. We win 1190. And this trial we are up 1,000, and that is definitely a success. But let's try this one more time with trial number 4. 17, that's a hit, we win 80. We are not quite at our winning threshold, so we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna reset and keep playing. For scaling, our starting unit here is $10. So if you want to scale the system up or down, just divide by 10 and then multiply by your desired starting bet. This system is playable at an electronic table game or ETG with as low as a $1 starting bet and a $32 bankroll. With that scale, you have the potential to win up to 100 bucks. 29 whack. Also, check out my JackAce merch store, shop.jackace.com. There we have a ton of gambling merch, both roulette and craps and blackjack, video game merch, crypto merch, Rubik's Cube merch, and of course JackAce branded merch as well. 25 whack, gonna bet 10, 10, and 10. So question of the day, are you a Marvel or a DC fan? Are there people out there who really like DC? I feel like Superman is one of the stupidest superheroes out there. When they were trying to figure out his powers, they just decided to throw everything in there. 26, another whack. Now we bet 10, 10, 10, and 20 on the double street. X-ray vision, heat vision eyes that can set things on fire, and super cool breath that can freeze things. And then in the Christopher Reeve movie, he could reverse time by making the earth spin backwards. 28 whack. and he erased Lois Lane's memory with a kiss. And he has all these powers. Why? Because he comes from a different planet. Now we're betting 20, 20, 20, and 20. They just made him too OP. It feels like the writers would paint themselves into a corner, and then Superman would save himself with the writers just inventing some new superpower out of thin air. 24 minus 80. We are currently down 110 for this trial, and we are down to our last bullet. We're gonna bet 30, 30, 30, and 40 on the double street. And today I'm giving away more JackAce Roulette stickers. If you want a chance to win some JackAce stickers, write Excelsior in the comments below. And if you just want to buy some stickers in the JackAce shop, they're available with free shipping here in the US. And 31 whack. This friend got clapped. For this trial, we are down to 40. So that's how Emmy's backside did in our live trials. We were successful twice and we got clapped twice. And we ended up $610 after 26 spins. But let's check out Emmy's backside in the JackAce simulator. What up, donkeys? JackAce here, and we are testing Emmy's backside in the JackAce Roulette simulator. We're trying to increase our bankroll starting from 320 to 350. That is any hit, and then we quit. From 320 to 400, an increase of 25% or 80 bucks. And from 320 to 500, that's a $180 win, about 56%. Trying to increase our bankroll by $30, or if we hit on any successful number. We were successful 63.3, 61.9, and 60% of the time. Not a lot of drop off. That's because we're only doing about 4 spins on average. Trying to increase our bankroll by 80 bucks. We were successful 56.9, 54.9, and 53.9% of the time. And trying to increase our bankroll by 180, we were successful 39.4, 39.2, and 37.3% of the time. So not a lot of drop off from single to triple. That's because of the shortness of the trials. Let's take a look at the number map. For our 26 spins, the high numbers were hot. The third dozen was hot. We were betting on black, which was a little hot. 21% of the spins were black. We actually didn't hit 0 or double 0, which we were hoping to hit, but we did hit our major jackpot one time, so that's what saved us. We ended up 610. Let's take a look at the radar map. With 26 spins, we're not going to see very much. We hit one number 3 times. We hit the number 24 3 times, and everything else seems distributed pretty evenly. 1 or 2 hits, or in a lot of cases, 0 hits. The sample size was really small, so not a lot of information from this. But I really do like Emmy's backside as a roulette system. It's really a Hail Mary system. You're trying to hit a long shot, and we were successful. Yeah, that was our goal, to hit that $1,190 win. So let's take a look at my rating. So that's how Emmy's backside did in the JackAce simulator. What do you think of it so far? Here's what I thought of Emmy's backside. For betting simplicity, I give it 3.5 stars out of 5. The betting patterns take a second to learn, but they're pretty easy once you get a hang of it. Progression simplicity, 5 out of 5 stars. Just keep going through the progression until you hit or strike out. Chip uniformity, 4 out of 5 stars. For this system, we're good just betting $5 or $10 chips. The most you'll bet is 8 $5 chips if you play this system as designed. Jackpot potential, 4 out of 5 stars. You can make your threshold whatever you want. You can walk away with any hit, but there's a chance that you only end up $30. Scalability, 4 out of 5 stars. This is a pretty good system when it comes to scalability. You're betting from 1 to 13 units per spin, and you're risking a total of 32 units. That's pretty easy to scale. Comp value, 0.5 stars, half a star out of 5. You won't be able to get comps with a $10 starting bet and a max of 6 spins. I wouldn't even bother giving my player's card. So overall, I give Emmy's backside 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great hit and run strategy, although I might try to expand it to at least 9 numbers instead. If you enjoyed this content, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly. Never play 000 roulette, and peace out, donkeys.